The humid Georgia air hung heavy with the scent of honeysuckle, a stark contrast to the fear that gripped the small town of Norcross. The setting sun cast long shadows, amplifying the growing unease that something was terribly wrong. Susana Morales, a vibrant 16-year-old with a bright smile and dreams as big as the sky, had vanished. She was last seen walking along a familiar road, her phone's signal last pinging near her home. As darkness fell and Susana didn't return, a chilling question echoed through the hearts of her loved ones. Where could she be? The days that followed were a blur of frantic searching and fading hope. Flyers with Susana's picture, her warm brown eyes staring out, appeared on every street corner. Search parties combed through woods and fields, their desperate calls of Susana's name swallowed by the oppressive silence. The community, bound by fear and a shared sense of dread, held its breath, praying for a miracle. Susana Morales was more than just a missing person. She was a beloved daughter, sister, and friend. Born in Mexico, she had immigrated to the United States with her family, carrying with her the hopes and dreams of a brighter future. Susana was a bright spark in her family, known for her infectious laugh and her kind heart. She was a dedicated student at Meadow Creek High School, where she excelled in her classes and dreamed of one day becoming a detective. Susana was also a talented artist, finding solace and expression through her drawings and paintings. Her artwork often reflected her vibrant personality and her deep love for her family. In her art, one could see her dreams taking shape, her aspirations painted in bold strokes of color and imagination. But on that fateful evening, Susana's dreams were brutally interrupted, leaving behind a canvas of unanswered questions and unbearable pain. News of Susana's disappearance spread like wildfire through the community, igniting a firestorm of concern and a desperate search for answers. Hundreds of volunteers joined hands with law enforcement, their collective breaths held in a shared prayer for Susana's safe return. They scoured the area, their flashlights cutting through the darkness, their hearts heavy with each passing hour. Days turned into weeks, and the initial hope that Susana would be found safe began to dwindle. The weight of uncertainty pressed down on the community, a palpable sense of dread replacing the optimism of the early days. Susana's family, their faces etched with worry and exhaustion, clung to the slimmest threads of hope, their hearts breaking a little more with each passing moment. The community, united in grief and desperation, refused to give up, their determination fueled by a glimmer of hope and the unwavering belief that Susana deserved to be found. Months after Susana's disappearance, a glimmer of hope emerged from the depths of despair. A startling discovery in a wooded area sent shockwaves through the community and reignited the search for answers. Skeletal remains, later confirmed to be those of Susana Morales, were found, bringing a tragic end to the months-long search but marking the beginning of a new, heart-wrenching chapter in the case. The discovery of Susana's remains, while bringing a tragic closure to the agonizing uncertainty, ripped open the wound of grief for her family and the community. The hope that had flickered, however faintly, was extinguished, replaced by a profound sense of loss and a burning desire for justice. The question that now haunted everyone's minds was no longer, where is Susana, but what happened to her, and who could have committed such a heinous act? Section 5, The Unthinkable, a protector becomes a suspect. As investigators meticulously pieced together the puzzle of Susana's disappearance, a shocking truth emerged, casting a dark shadow over the case and sending shockwaves through the community. Miles Bryant, a police officer sworn to protect and serve, was implicated in Susana's disappearance and death. The very person entrusted with upholding the law and ensuring the safety of the community was now at the center of the investigation, a suspect in the disappearance and death of the young girl he had vowed to protect. The news of Bryant's alleged involvement in Susana's case struck the community like a thunderbolt, shattering their trust in those sworn to protect them. The thought of a law enforcement officer, someone meant to be a symbol of safety and security, being implicated in such a horrific crime was unfathomable, leaving the community reeling in disbelief and grappling with a profound sense of betrayal. Section 6. Unraveling the Deception, a Web of Lies. As the investigation into Susana's murder deepened, a sinister web of deceit began to unravel, revealing a chilling narrative of alleged manipulation and calculated cover-up. Evidence pointed to Bryant's attempts to conceal his involvement, his actions betraying a chilling disregard for human life and a blatant abuse of power. Digital footprints, meticulously traced and analyzed, revealed a trail of deleted messages and fabricated alibis, painting a damning picture of guilt. The prosecution alleged that Bryant, who had been working as a Doraville police officer, encountered Susana on the night of her disappearance. They claimed that he used his position of authority to gain Susana's trust, luring her into a situation where he could exploit her vulnerability. The evidence presented a chilling narrative of a predator masquerading as a protector, his actions a stark betrayal of the trust placed in him by the community he had sworn to serve. Section 7. Justice for Susana, a community's cry. The revelation of Bryant's alleged involvement in Susana's case ignited a firestorm of outrage and grief in the community. The streets of Norcross, once filled with the joyous laughter of children and the comforting rhythm of everyday life, now echoed with the collective cry for justice. Protests erupted, their raw emotion a testament to the community's pain and their unwavering demand for accountability. The community, united in grief and anger, refused to let Susana's memory be overshadowed by the horrific circumstances of her death. They organized rallies, marches, and vigils, their voices rising in unison to demand justice for Susana and to hold those responsible accountable for their actions. Their chants for justice reverberated through the streets, a powerful reminder that Susana's life mattered and that her story would not be forgotten. Section 8. The weight of grief. A family shattered. In the wake of Susana's tragic death, her family found themselves navigating a labyrinth of unimaginable grief and unrelenting pain. The weight of their loss, compounded by the horrific circumstances surrounding Susana's disappearance and murder, threatened to consume them. Yet, amidst their own profound sorrow, they found the strength to become fierce advocates for their beloved Susana, their voices trembling with grief but resolute in their pursuit of justice. Susana's mother, Maria Bran, became a symbol of strength and resilience as she bravely faced the media, her voice breaking as she shared stories of her daughter's infectious laugh and her dreams for the future. Her father, Jose Morales, his face etched with pain, spoke of the unbearable void left in their lives, their home now filled with Susana's absence. Their fight for justice became a testament to their enduring love for Susana, their determination a beacon of hope amidst the darkness of their grief. Section 9. Rebuilding Trust, a long road ahead. The tragic case of Susana Morales sent shockwaves far beyond Norcross, shaking the foundations of trust between law enforcement and communities. The betrayal felt was palpable, a stark reminder of the consequences when trust is shattered. Rebuilding trust became paramount, demanding transparency, accountability, and justice. Law enforcement recognized the need to address the erosion of trust. Acknowledging the actions of one officer cast a long shadow, they implemented new training programs, emphasizing de-escalation, cultural sensitivity, and community policing, initiating dialogues with community leaders, seeking to rebuild communication. The road to rebuilding trust would be long and challenging, but it was a journey that had to be taken for Susana and countless others who deserved to feel safe and protected. Section 10. Lessons from Tragedy, a Call for Change. The tragic death of Susana Morales, a young life brimming with promise extinguished too soon, served as a stark reminder of the vulnerabilities that exist within our society and the systemic failures that can allow such tragedies to occur. It ignited a nationwide conversation about the critical need for greater accountability within law enforcement, for comprehensive reforms that address implicit bias, and for a renewed commitment to protecting the most vulnerable members of our communities. Susana's case highlighted the devastating consequences of unchecked power and the urgent need for increased oversight and accountability within law enforcement agencies. It underscored the importance of community policing, building relationships of trust and mutual respect between law enforcement officers and the communities they serve. Susana's legacy became a catalyst for change, a poignant reminder that every life holds immeasurable value and that justice delayed is justice denied. Section 11. Remembering Susana, a Legacy of Love. Years after her tragic death, Susana Morales is remembered not for the horrific circumstances of her passing, but for the vibrancy with which she lived and the love she shared with her family and friends. Her infectious laughter still echoes in the halls of Meadow Creek High School, a bittersweet reminder of the bright light that was extinguished too soon. Her artwork, a testament to her talent and her dreams, serves as a lasting tribute to her creative spirit and her enduring legacy. Susana's legacy lives on in the countless lives she touched and in the hearts of those who loved her most. Her story, though born of tragedy, has become a catalyst for change, a powerful reminder of the importance of compassion, empathy, and the unwavering pursuit of justice. Susana's memory serves as a beacon of hope, inspiring communities to come together, to demand better, and to create a world where such tragedies are never repeated.